The well-known 50-30-20 budgeting rule doesn't work for me, but in this video I'm going to show you what does work for me and how you can adapt the rule to help with your own budgeting. Hi there and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Matt, I'm 24, I currently live in Oxford with my girlfriend and I commute into London for work. And on this channel we talk about anything and everything to do with money and personal finance. But without further ado, let's delve into the rest of this video about budgeting. But first I should probably explain what budgeting itself is and then also what the 50-30-20 budgeting rule is. So what is a budget? A budget in simple terms is a plan of how you want to spend your money every single month. In terms of numbers, you're going to take your income and then you're going to minus your expenses. So to start, you would write down how much income you think you're going to get over the specific period. For ease, let's just say it's the same every single month. Then we have to add the expenses. So let's group and categorize them just to make them nice and easy. These are the categories I personally use. So we have rent and bills, then we have food, petrol and travel, fun and eating out, and finishing off with shopping, /gifts and saving and investing. Of course you can change these, add to these, remove some, but these are just the ones I use. Now we've talked about what budgeting is, let me talk you through one of the most famous budgeting methods, the 50-30-20 method. Now this idea comes from US Senator Elizabeth Warren's book published in 2005, which was titled All You're Worth, The Ultimate Lifetime Money Plan, which she happened to co-write with her daughter. Her idea was that let's say your income is 100%, then 50% of that income should go to needs. That is things such as rent, bills, petrol, to name a few. Then 30% should go to wants. So these are things that you don't 100% need, but you want to spend your money on them, such as eating out, clothes shopping, or even going to the theatre. She then says the remaining 20% should be for saving and investing, whether that be an emergency fund, saving for holidays, or investing for your future. Now I actually really like this principle of budgeting, and it's a good starting point if you've never budgeted before. However, I think people I've spoken to have tried to strive for these exact allocations a bit too much. And personally, I think this rule needs to be adaptable. So take the principle, but adapt it to your own personal circumstance. And hence the name of this video. So let me take you through how I use that method, but adapt it to my own personal finance situation. So my budgeting actually starts in the reverse order. I start off with my favorite bit, which is the 15%. So here I've already changed the percentage and I've already changed the order. The reason I like starting here is because I like the idea of doing the savings and investment bit first, because I'm paying myself first. Therefore in my head, I know logically I need to be able to pay my rent and buy food, etc. But in my head, I want to know that I'm putting my future self first by saving money and investing for the future, as that is a top priority for me. Within this 15%, half goes to savings and half goes to investments. The half in saving goes to a pot for my annual car service, MOT and insurance, and the rest going to things like holidays. While the investments go to a stocks and shares ISA, although there's going to be a new video coming very soon as I'm changing ISA provider. If you haven't seen my previous video, go check it out about why Vanguard made me sell all my investments on their platform and why I'm moving to a different provider. Next we get to the biggest chunk, which is the needs category. And this for me currently at the moment is 60%. And on first glance, yes, that is much bigger than the 50%, but like I said, this is my personal finance situation currently. I base this on how much I put in my joint account, which I have with my girlfriend, which is enough to cover all the rent, the bills, and the things we do together. So mainly the food shopping, but also the fun activities. So I had to take a bit of that out and put it into the wants category. Currently, our rent and commuting costs are quite substantial, but this currently can't be changed because of the nature of our jobs at the moment. But that's why this pot is slightly higher than I would like it to be, but that's just the situation we're in for the time being. Then we're left with the last chunk, which if you've been counting is 25%, and that is for wants. I like to think of this pot of money as like guilt-free spends because I know my rent and my food and etc. is covered. I'm also saving and investing for the future, and the rest of this money is mine to do what I want with. Of course, if there's a quiet month, like let's say January and no one's really going out and socializing, I can choose to put a portion of that money into a holiday fund or into my stocks and shares ISA if I want to. And so that is my current budgeting method as it stands in January of 2025. So I put 15% into savings and investments, 60 into needs, and the remaining 25 into wants. So you see how I've gone from the 50-30-20 rule, and I've just swapped the order and I've swapped the percentages. So here's 50-30-20, and here is my 15, 60, and 25. As we wrap up, I think the key things to take away from this video are that you want to be constantly checking your budget and to make sure it's aligning with your goals and your income. For example, if you get a pay rise, then you might be able to change those allocations. The 50-30-20 budgeting rule is a great rule in principle, but I would take it with a pinch of salt. You don't have to meet those exact allocations and adapt it to your own personal finance situation. If you like this content, check out this playlist here where I run through my Vanguard investments. As I said, that was my 7.5%, so half of the 15%. If you want to go and have a look, click on the link here. Again, just a quick one, this isn't financial advice, and when you do invest, your capital is at risk. But thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.